Hey everyone, it's Judy here, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons, where today my island is very monotone, but I decided that I want to start trying to bring in some more colors. It is summer, it's a bright time of year, and I think it'll limit me a lot less if I open up my mind and my heart to adding some more colors. Now with structures that I build like this, and also villager homes, since the 2.0 update we're able to customize them, buildings aren't too big a problem with getting them to match, but the stores you cannot customize. And I personally feel like I like this deck area, but since the Able Sisters is a predominantly white building, I'm worried it's not gonna match. And I have sort of the same problem with Nook's Cranny, where I'm worried that it's just not gonna match the area around it because it's so brightly colored, and if I make everything that dark brown wood and green and foresty, this store is just gonna look ridiculously out of place. But if I place items in front of it to cover it and make it blend in, I'm gonna be covering the seasonal display that the Nooklings put out, which I think is way too cute to be covered. So I think what's gonna make me the happiest with my gameplay and not going crazy because this loom is a slightly brighter shade of brown than this table is if I do start implementing some more colors in my island. So the first thing I'm going to do is look for some codes to change up the stalls in front of Nook's Cranny. So I found this maker dress that seems to have a lot of designs that are closer to the base game style and hopefully will match my Nook's Cranny store a bit better. I really love some of these window designs, and especially this one where you have Tommy peeking out the window. Or I guess it could be Timmy, I'm not entirely sure. But I think it's a super cute detail, and I also really love these flower pots. I think they look beautiful. The cafe sign, the cake window for the bakery. I'm assuming that these are meant to create fake cliff edges. I'm not entirely sure how this would be laid out on the ground. I wish I could see the island of the person that made these designs to figure out how they are meant to be used. These are also some super cute little shop signs. I think I might use this cafe one. Or maybe I'll use the bakery one. I'm gonna save it just in case. I'm also gonna grab this stall roof because I think it'll match the store quite well. But really the reason I was looking at this code was for these baskets. Look at this. Anything you could ever think of selling, there's a code for. We have grapes, cherries, peaches, apples, oranges, lemons, and pears, and also all of the crops from the game. Well, I guess not exactly from the game, unless you said that this was sugarcane, but it looks a bit more like green onions. But for the game purposes, we can call it sugarcane. Carrots, tomatoes, lettuce, just all sorts of things, and even the coolers. There's crabs on ice, sea bass on ice, and look at how incredibly detailed these designs are. It's cool too because it's actually fish from the game, and it looks just like them. But I'm gonna stick to these fruits and vegetables for now, and let's go ahead and see if we can bring in some more color here. I probably want to leave my roof the same, but just to experiment, what happens if I make this stall match the roof of the store? Oh, interesting. Okay, so I mean, it does definitely look more like it's an extension of Nook's Cranny. I could go all out and I could even paint the wood blue. I don't not like it, if that makes sense. But it's also, it's so different from anything I've tried before. The change is kind of scary. I do think that it matches better than that ivy. I can definitely admit that. Now, how am I gonna place these umbrellas on these stalls and have them face the right direction? That is not the right direction. I think I'm gonna have to move the stalls up and then stand on the side and then place them. Okay, there we go. There's a basket of green onions. But honestly, this does not match the stall either. Although, wow, that matches the barrel perfectly. Oh my goodness. Let me change the stall to the other version again. Give it the Nook's Cranny roof. Well, I'm definitely designing outside of my comfort zone, I'll tell you that. Maybe it's a good thing to challenge yourself a bit. Let me try placing the apples here, but like the crate apples. And then maybe a barrel item here to tie in with the barrel on the other side. I'll do the barrel of cherries. No, actually, I think I need to bring in orange again, so I'm gonna do the barrel of oranges. Okay, you know what? It has a lot more life than it did before. It is scaring me to use this much color, but I think embracing the fear is the right thing to do here. I don't know if I have a single flower on my island that is not white. I think a yellow flower would look good there, but I don't know if I have any. I know last year, goodness, I still can't believe that this game has been out for 4 years. Anyways, last year, I had a spring core island, and for that, I had a ton of yellow flowers. But I think I purged all of them. And over time, I've just collected so many white flowers that it just never occurred to me that I don't have any other color. I have a couple of green mums every here and there, but for the most part, yeah, I don't think I have any variation on my island, which is kind of sad in retrospect. Seychelles, it's not a sad place, it's just not a very colorful place. Yet, that doesn't mean that it can't become a colorful place. Oh my goodness, I found a single yellow tulip. Okay, let's see how this looks. I think yellow cosmos would be pretty too. They kind of look like sunflowers. Love yellow cosmos. Oh, what's Eunice thinking about? I like my life here, but I've been thinking about moving away. No, you can never leave. You've come here. There is no escape. You will come here and you will live happy. Honestly, the idea of leaving here was making me sad. I'm glad you convinced me to stay. Yes, Eunice, you must stay. You must be here as we learn to embrace the color. I feel so bold with this color. I feel like I should place a whole palm tree. Okay, calm down. No, no. These tulips are way too yellow. They're so yellow, like they're screaming yellow. I need like orange poppies maybe? I don't know, this whole concept of, oh, there's a recipe. The other day I was coming up with a new strength routine when a great DIY idea hit me instead. I got so psyched I wrote out the recipe. Isn't that wild? I really super hope you use it. From Secret Mega Builder Scoot. Stacked bottle crates? That sounds cool. That actually might be useful for what we're building. Okay, so it's like boxes. You know what? Wait, but you need bottle crates to build it. I don't have the bottle crate recipe. Is the bottle crate something you can buy? Where does one get a bottle crate? I honestly do not know. This is so much color though. Is this something I'm gonna do? My island is all chill and neutral right now. Like, look at those flowers. Look at how they're all the same kind. And this area here, it's all so cohesive. Like, is this something I'm gonna integrate? Is this something that my brain is capable of dealing with? Yellow and orange? Maybe. I don't know. Like, I'm not closed off to the idea. Because I keep finding myself... Eugene. When did Eugene get here? Oh, I did not mean to almost smack him with my shovel there. Eugene, what's up? Hey, what's your name? Judy? Is that how you pronounce it? Cool name. So ever heard of a place called Harana? That's where I'm from. They call me Sir Eugene von Harana, but you can just call me Eugene. Yeah, Eugene is definitely better now that I live on Seychelles. Well, welcome. I don't know when you moved in, but you can't talk about fit and finish and the current trends and designers and blah blah blah. At the end of the day, I look great in my biker jacket, and that's all that matters. You know what? You do. I absolutely love leather jackets. I went through the last 2 years, really. I just recently, like last November, stopped doing this, but for 2 years straight, I wore a leather jacket pretty much every day. Was my favorite thing. I still wear it all the time, but I have since got one additional jacket. The thing that's nice about leather jackets is they block the wind, but they're also not too hot. So they really do keep you warm, but they also don't melt you if it's not freezing. But if it is freezing, they protect you. So I think they're the most practical jackets there are, really. Okay, so I was gonna use a colored flower. I caved. We got a tulip instead. It's okay. It's okay. Small steps at a time. One day I'll come up with a colored flower to put there. And then I don't really think the mushroom matches anymore, so I want to find something else to put up there. But whatever I put up there might cover the carrots unless I put another crate on top of a crate. and I have crates on top of crates. That's a possibility. But I don't know, this is kind of starting to scare me again. I log into the game so excited to build a new area, but then I walk by an old area and I'm like, oh, I could change this slightly. And then I change one thing slightly and then I'm like, oh, well, if I change that, I have to change this. And if I change that, I have to change this. And if I change that, I have to change this. And next thing you know, you're just overdoing the same teeny tiny corner over and over and over and over, and you're never even happy with it. And that's kind of how I feel about this. Like, just cause Nook's Cranny is so vibrant doesn't mean that I have to make this quite this vibrant. I do think I want to make it a little bit more vibrant, but maybe not the orange roof everywhere. I could use a white roof, but I think this is going to be too... See, I think this is beautiful, but this white lace, it just doesn't fit in front of this very, very vivid store. It just doesn't really work there. I could do this sort of brown roof. It's a little bit more of a medium ground. It's still a little odd. What if I just make it the same blue as Nook's Cranny? Just as an experiment. I'm not even going to use a proper design for this. I just want to see how the colors go together. Oh, I forgot that it customizes the bottom part too, not just the roof. Okay, no. You do not see enough of Nook's Cranny roof to justify having those completely blue. I guess the seasonal leaf is still my best option. That doesn't look right though. Like, this looks fine. This is the exact shade of wood that should be in front of Nook's Cranny. That's perfect. Even this is a bit dull to be in front of a store that brightly colored. This is not a stall roof design, but the brighter wood already helps a bit, so maybe I just need to find a stall roof that's more of a chestnut brown like this. It might just be that everything looks weird in front of Nook's Cranny. That might just be the fate of the island. Oh, I did not mean to do that. See, I don't know how I feel about any of this. It is more interesting than it was. I'll give it that. I don't think that bed matches those windows. But remember earlier when I saw those windows I liked that had Tommy peeking out? I definitely don't want Tommy peeking out of every single window, but maybe some of them. As if it wasn't strange enough already, now we have a horse ranch. I guess I just need to find a window design that'll match the wood of the bunk bed, or get a different bunk bed. Do I have a different bed? Oh, I have a white one, but I think a white one is gonna match even less. Unless I use it with like green windows or like some sort of color. Maybe that could work. I'm also gonna need 2 more simple panels. Oh my, okay, interesting. This one's different. Noted. Okay, so I could put Tommy peeking out on one of the panels. I wonder which one I should do it on. I think I'll do it on a bottom panel because then I can cover the bottom half of it. So I'm gonna borrow this one. Then let's just see if I can remember the design code that had Tommy peeking out the window. I think it's this address. Yes, here it is. So this is the window design, and here's the Nookling one. Now, as for the roof, I wonder if there's any good stall roofs on this code. I really love all of these designs. We could try this. Navy. This could be orange enough, but not too orange to where it's perfect for our needs here. Okay, so I still don't like it. It's very cute. I am going to undo everything, and that is honestly how most of my gameplay with New Horizons goes, and why I have so little of my island complete even after the time we've had. Also, I just accidentally deleted that ivy panel. It's probably gone forever now. But yeah, usually I log in, I'm very inspired, I attempt an idea, I don't know how to make it work, I get frustrated, and then I just turn off the game, and that's it. But I don't want to do that anymore, so rather than going through that cycle, I'm just gonna very peacefully undo this and keep thinking about how exactly I want to build this. So we'll go ahead and place a stall right here. I think if I place the umbrellas from the other side, I might be able to get them to face the right direction. I just realized that. So I can probably place some tomatoes right here. Hopefully this will be facing forward. No. Huh. What if I place it this way? Also no. This is like a logic puzzle that you have to solve. Oh my gosh. I can place them on the edge here, but I can't reach the angle that would let me place them there, basically. But I mean, that's good enough, that's fine. I wish I could place one more where the breadbasket is, but I'm not entirely sure how I should do that. For now, I'm just gonna put the lights back and a tree, because you know, we always like to throw in our trees. And yeah, this is a much smaller change from what I started with. Now, unfortunately, that is all the time I have for today, so thank you for joining me as we do nothing, basically. I spent such a long time going through and looking at codes and then, okay, you know what? I didn't try the orange one. Let me do that really quick. Let me see how this looks with an orange roof instead of the ivy roof, because I downloaded this food stall pattern. Okay, I think what I really want to do is make this area more seasonal. So since it's summer now, some sort of a seasonal roof, and then maybe they're selling like hermit crabs and surfboards and things that you would buy in summertime. But I don't know, I'm just struggling lately. I just don't feel that much inspiration, which is weird because working as a flight attendant, I am literally exploring new places every day, and I'm seeing so much beauty and getting so much inspiration every day, but I don't really feel like recreating any of those areas that I'm seeing in my island, because to me, my Animal Crossing island isn't really a place that I want to recreate parts of real life in, if that makes sense. Like, I think for some people, it can be a really cool concept to create areas based off of your memories or places that you really like, or even like some dream destination you want to go to, looking at lots of pictures online of it and then building it in your island. But for me, Animal Crossing is its own world independent of my real world. Alright, my audio keeps going wonky and the sun is setting and all the signs are pointing to me having to wrap this up soon, but basically, Seychelles is very much so inspired by some of the older Animal Crossing games, and it's more of an experience. It's not based on any real area, it's based on real feelings. It's based on that feeling you get when you're a kid and you go out in the woods and you grab a bunch of sticks and you build a fort, and then you make mud cakes with your friends and pretend that you're running a bakery, and I don't know how to describe that feeling. It's the feeling of waking up when everyone else is asleep and sneaking downstairs and being able to watch your favorite cartoon in the morning. Just like those little victories in life. The feeling of finally being able to breathe and not having to be on high alert. My ice machine just put me on high alert. I thought the firemen were knocking on my door again. Anyways, I would love to make a wishing well or something to pay homage to the first game, and Niagara Falls is a pretty important place to me, so I did used to have Niagara Falls on my island. I destroyed it, but I am considering rebuilding it just because it's a place I hold near and dear to my heart, and that's all Seychelles is. It's just an extension of my heart expressed as an island. Whether or not my heart is monotone is not something I have figured out yet, but I guess that's just something I'm gonna have to discover as I build this island. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I will see you all soon, and yeah, bye everybody!